Surprise! Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Spiritual Insight Show. I'm Tiffany White, Sage Woman, and as you can see, I am here on July 3rd. Woohoo! Kicking off July. Welcome, July. So, thank you, June, for all your experiences, and welcome, July. So, here we are. And in the United States, we are celebrating this this weekend, this whole weekend up to tomorrow. Of course, July 4th is the United States Independence Day. I really want to take this to let's expand that, and this is let's celebrate Global Independence Day. And yes, I do feel that's going to come, whether we call it something else. Uh, but it's totally going to happen to where the whole planet, this whole biosphere, has this Independence Day. All right, so um, for those of you that are new, I just want to welcome everyone. Put up my website, and I will go slow for those who are going to be listening on an audio platform. My website is whitesagewoman.com. I'm saying sage, SAGE, whitesagewoman.com. All right. And so, excuse me. And of course, check out the Goldylocks Productions website as well. And that's Goldylocks with a Y. Okay, Goldylocks Productions. All right. So, welcome, welcome. Let's see, we had Samir. Hello, Samir. Hello, Ruth. And hello, Maureen, watching on Rumble. So, whether you're watching live on YouTube or on Rumble, the whole team, I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And thank you for popping in. And, well, hello, Sarah. And so I thought you have a party to go to. Oh, thank you, my necklace. Yeah. It's this is a sun. It's either a pendant or a pin. So you could hang it on a necklace or you could pin it. Isn't it really pretty? This is probably, my goodness, one of my oldest pieces I've had for a while. And I love it, and I thought it was appropriate today. You'll see. Thank you, though, Sarah. And I loved your outfit. I hope you post that on Facebook or our Telegram. Share everybody your outfit that you're going out in tonight. Lots of sparkles, bling bling. She looks great. Not to put you on the spot, Sarah. If you don't want to share it, you don't have to. And hello. Let's see. Ruth is saying hello to Maureen on Rumble. So sharing the love. I love all of that. Welcome each and every one of you to this sacred circle this evening. And I didn't have a show last week because, my goodness, I felt like I was dragged behind a car last week. I don't know how else to explain it. I had like zero energy. I felt like I was beat up. I'm just like, oh, energetically and physically, your body feels it too. And I was just like, no. I want to, and this is where we have to honor ourselves. And I know every show host understands exactly what I'm talking about, because we want to be in service. But you know what? If you're not feeling 100%, it's totally okay to take the night off, to take, the time off from your show. So I know y'all can relate to that. So that was what I did last week. So this week was like, well, I don't want to take another 2 weeks off in a row. And I was like, well, let me see how it goes. Well, I don't know about you guys, but it's this weekend crescendo wise, very high Schumann resonance, repeatedly days in a row, or high, I should say. And on top of some things that we're going to talk about, it just seems like bam, 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 the perfect storm of energy that's going on. And I suddenly have like this huge burst of energy. And it's totally welcomed. I'm happy for that. Hello, Wendy. I mean, let me tell you the huge burst of energy. I felt it coming in Friday night, and then okay, yeah, yesterday it was like I had a list of things I wanted to get done around the house, and we had been working outside, and it was just like, okay, now I need to take care of the inside, and I want to do this, and this. And how many of you, we bounce around, you start one thing, I'll come back to it in a minute. You start something else. I'll come back to it, and you're like at 5 open things going on that you're trying to do. But this time I was very focused, and I went and like rearranged and cleaned, undusted, cleaned, rearranged the whole front porch area, and in an hour and a half. And it was so focused and so bam, bam, bam. It needs to go here, this, here, this, here, this, here. Rearranged it in a way that it never was before, which were, there really isn't that many options when you only have, right now we're talking about an enclosed front porch. You only have like one wall behind you. The rest are windows, and then the door. So it's kind of like so it was very creative, very fast and focused. And it was like, whoa. And then it was on to something else and something else. And it was like, zing, zing, zing. I was like, this is great. And today is the same thing, but I'm tuning it down a little bit, because I'm like, what happens when you have days and days of zing, 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 zing? It's that fall. And I'm like, I don't want to fall with my energy. I don't want it to fall flat. So I'm trying to just, how about I back it down just a little bit? I'll back it down a little bit on my own, because I don't want that crash, that crash and burn effect. But it's woohoo! And I do want to take the time. I don't know if she is watching, but it was Friday night on Melissa's show. We had which was a great show, by the way. She had a special guest. Melissa Parks had a special guest. This lady is really, really lovely, beautiful person. You should go check out Melissa's show later, another time, not now, but check her show out later, and you will really enjoy the show. Well, during that show, we had a new VIP who joined through the YouTube community. So we have 2 places for, we call our Goldylocks Productions VIPs. We have a Goldylocks Productions Patreon channel, or you can sign up through YouTube, the YouTube community. And and that's how you can become one of our VIPs, our VIP circle. And we had a new member sign up. So welcome, Charity Gordon, who is our newest VIP, who came in through the YouTube community. So welcome, Charity. Thank you so much for joining us. And so I hope that you have a great time. We look forward to the interaction with you. As you can see, this is a very interactive show, and the guests communicating with each other too. So I love it. I love that. It's very important to have this tight-knit circle that we have. And all the shows pretty much are like this. And I am so grateful for that. So, yes. And then this upcoming Friday, by the way, with this new week, I just want to brag and say something really quick. Melissa Parks' show will be her 150th episode, or her 150th show, however you want to say it. But her 150th! Ah! Wow. Isn't that amazing? So we're thinking of something. Something to do. So that's the 8th, this Friday. So congratulations to Melissa. I know it doesn't, once it seems like it's forever, and another time it can seem like, oh my goodness. So, oh, Let's see. Welcome, Robin. Hello. I almost forgot. We have fireworks right down the road to go see. And oh, that's. I know, Robin, that this might be hard for everyone, but I really did get some messages this morning. A strong validation. I actually felt them coming in last night to share. So whether you guys watch this tomorrow or during the week, that's fine too. So I never miss your show. I love you. Thank you, Robin. But if you know what, go celebrate, go have fun, and listen to it. Listen to it tomorrow and during the week. Okay. And so yeah, I know, right? 150th, Ruth and Sarah. So yeah. Oh, hi, Lonnie Mae. Lonnie Mae and her unicorns. Aw. All right. So yes, so welcome, Charity. I have my little checklist. Otherwise, you know, woo! Oh my goodness. All right. So now that we have talked for a few minutes and we feel like we got everyone here, and yes, oh, that's nice. Maureen says congratulations, Melissa, too. So thank you, Maureen. And yes, yes. Woohoo! I am just really grateful for those that are watching on the holiday weekend. And hello, Jill. Yes. You just made it. We had our July 4th party tonight. Oh, I hope it went well. Hope you had a great time with that. And so, yay, yay. That's awesome. And so, let's see. Robin said that Lonnie Mae did made Anna a picture of a unicorn. Love that. That is so nice. I'm sure Anna will treasure that forever, ever and ever and ever, because that's amazing. So, all right. Now, a beautiful quote came in this morning. I'm going to share with you that I love this from Edgar Casey. See the beauty in the earth, in your friend, in your neighbor. Yes, even in those that would speak evil of you. See the beauty in it all. In everyone, everything, every situation. That's not as easy to do sometimes, is it? But it's a wonderful reminder. Thank you, Edgar Casey, for that message. And yeah, very, very important and a great reminder. And so it's especially when hit home for me with the neighbor part, because y'all have known about the neighbor things. And so I'm really hoping that it's coming to a close now, and that we can all come to just a place of peace and respect and honor, even if it's at a distance. Just keep the distance. And so yeah. Anyway, again, I'm grateful for having people showing up. I really didn't think I was going to have many for it being a holiday weekend, and so, but here we go. I'll get into the information that was coming, that I got starting last night and then into today, to share with everyone. Yeah, it takes. Oh, and so thirsty too. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, especially with the heat and the humidity, and you may puff up. You might, if you get dehydrated, you may feel a little swollen. So make sure we're getting plenty of water to drink, fresh water. All right. So something that was coming through, and I guess I didn't realize it, but all during the week, you check your social media outlets. Everyone has their favorites that they look, and I would see things, read things, and just kind of, oh, okay, whatever, put on the back burner, and or just, okay, whatever, scroll. But so I was kind of surprised and not surprised when the message came in about, okay, the CERN, CERN. For those who aren't familiar with what the CERN is, the CERN, CERN is the European organization for nuclear research that operates the largest particle physics laboratory in the world. That's man-made, physical. It's compatible. It's a man-made Stargate. Is pretty much what that is. They're trying to reverse engineer a Stargate or a powerful portal. Okay. Now, so there has been news coming out that CERN is going to come back online. They're going to turn it back on. It has been off. That they're going to turn it back on July 5th. And so there are many people out there spreading fear about this happening. So we know what fear does. Fear lowers our vibration. Fear lowers our vibration, which pushes us further away from our divine empowerment. We know this. But we have to be reminded of every day now. So please know that many galactic and celestial beings are closely monitoring this situation. They are in command of what happens there now. They will not allow anything to come forward that will harm or negatively change our world in any way. It can't get any worse. Well, it could, but you know what? No, we stopped. No, rising now. I'm reading from what I journaled this morning. Okay, so before I forgot it. So fear and control has always been the narrative of this third dimension or the density. So don't allow yourself to fall for or entertain this fear. It's easy, I know sometimes, but who we are, our divinity has to be bigger than that fear. Rise above this and know that you command your reality. You command your reality. Okay? Don't allow anyone, any situation, or any group or corporation, etc., government, whatever, to place this fear within you. Well, they don't have the power to place it directly within you. Okay? So, but it can be thrown your way, gets into our energy field or our aura, okay? And if you hold it there long enough, you're allowing it and giving it permission, and then it can move in that way. That's how fear finds its way in. And so then, of course, we don't want to do that, because that's when it moves into the Sacred Heart Center, our command center. And no, we don't want fear there. All right, because it can really throw us and keep us in a state of off balance. So before I continue on, I just would like to welcome some more people. Let's see. Hello, Marcia. I'm on Rumble. My hello doesn't show. Something's wrong with the comment section. Congratulations. Oh, let me do a... Well, thank you for watching on Rumble too. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Okay. It's all right, Marcia. I know you know how to do that. All right, back to Rumble. Well, thanks for coming over here to say something. Hi. I get too carried away. I would say, hey, you could text me too, but then I wouldn't look at my phone. So back to Rumble. Okay, Marcia. Maureen is over on Rumble as well. So, and hello, Teresa. Yay. I know it's Teresa. Okay, so this whole fear thing, and we know this, but we need to have this daily reminder. We got to place your attention and intention on joy. This raises your vibration. Do you know what your joy is? So your joy can be music, painting, art, of course, reading, gardening, cooking, baking with the kids, just any kids, crafts, doing a puzzle, meditating, sitting with nature, whatever you find peace and enjoyment in. And do this often and long enough, and guess what? Your vibration and your frequency rises. And the more you do this and you're in that higher frequency and vibration, you will catch yourself if you start to feel like you're slipping. And then you will correct it. You will rebalance yourself. And that's what you want, to pay attention to what's going on. And when we feel like we're being pulled off balance, we're going to correct that. We're going to make that correction. Okay? All right. So, now, since Friday night, more and more, and this is interesting because this is how I've been feeling, and I didn't really think about it until we had this conversation with my committee, my team, my guidance team. Since Friday night, more and more waves of energy have been flowing in. So the KP index hit 5. What is the KP index? So the KP index describes the disturbance of the Earth's magnetic field caused by the solar wind. So the faster the solar wind blows, the greater the turbulence. My goodness. In your channel, it's like Melissa, you can't read your handwriting. Robin knows what that is too, right? The greater the turbulence. So the index ranges 0 to 9. So it's a 5. A 5. That, yeah, woo, okay. And along with this, woohoo! Along with this high KP, solar winds, we have the CME arrived. The capital CME. All right, it's coronal mass ejection. It's the plasma blast off the sun. The sun's just giving us a bunch of loving. So when these energies arrive, think of them hitting like a huge wave hits a small little raft or a little dinghy. It's like, doesn't it feel like that? That's how I felt last week. It was like, bam. But our whole magnetic sphere gets rocked and pushed to their limits. They have also raised our flux energies to crazy high levels. And these energies that we feel are the zappy, zingy, tingly, electrical energies. They also cause the itchies that happens with the ascension symptoms. The itchies. How many of you felt like you just, usually like the crown. My crown's itching, or my head, or my face. Oh my gosh, I'm itching. Why am I itching? How many of you felt the itchiness? It's all part of it, okay? We are in a very special energy vortex through July 6th. Thank you, Jill. Through July 6th. So isn't that interesting? Interesting that the CERN is going to be brought back online during this time. So it can only be good. It would be very, very good. So while these energies are at these high levels, let's surf this wave. Let's surf these energies. Let's dream big. Manifest your reality. Visualize peace. What does that look for you? Visualize it. Write it down. Journal about it. Paint it. Draw it. Whatever. Create music. Whatever. So yes, this planet, this biosphere, is going through her near-death experience. And of course, we're all feeling it right with her. So think about this for a minute. Her near-death experience. And we're all a part of this. So thank you, Jill. Oh, I'm glad you made it tonight too. All right. So I'm going to pause here for a moment and talk, the near-death experience part is also chaos. Because near death, that's the chaos. And then when we go back up, it is the rebirth part. Now, I've heard a lot of people talking about, and there's they're both right. I've heard different speakers presenting or teachers, uh, spiritual professionals talking and sharing how what their idea of evil is, and that evil is part of the whole act. Evil is part of creation. Evil is okay. Now, I want you to visualize, and all of us here should know what the yin and yang looks like. If you don't, just Google the image, yin and yang. So this really is representation of unity and balance. And this is where we always want to make sure that we are maintaining this balance. The dark has light in it. It recognizes the light and that it's part of it. The white has the dark, recognizes the importance. They each recognize the importance of each other and learn from each other. Aha. Learn from each other. Can't have one or the other. You need them both. So that right there is the balance. Now, to me, evil is absent of light. So you have the yin and yang right in the middle, and off to the side, on the side that it has more of the dark, total darkness. There's no light. Total darkness. This is where evil is. And when there's enough accumulation of evil, it creates chaos. And this is what we're in right now. We're in this chaos. And all this evil's being exposed because more light's coming in. And then now let's look on the other side of that yin and yang, where there's just a pure white ball, this pure white, blinding almost light. All right, this is the light that will blind you, but this is the rebirthing light. So this is what comes after the chaos, is this bright light. And then right back to us, the center, the yin and yang. This is where we always want to keep in balance. Stay there. So, yes, the evil energies, the evil people, whatever, are being exposed. And they're ripping up and is creating all this chaos. Instead of, oh, this is so terrible, yay, this is great. Because guess what's on the other side of chaos? We want to get to peace. We have to go through this. This third density, it has to fall. It has to implode. It has to go through its chaotic phase to hit the next birthing level, the fourth dimension, the fourth densities. These energies now that's just going to get, as we keep increasing, it's going to get easier and easier for us. Okay. And so it's I thought that was very profound. So yeah, it's both. But so and I know it might be hard to say be grateful for it, because there's going to be so many things that's coming out that is absolutely horrific. And you're wondering, how can humans do this to another human? Or how can this have happened? Remember, that's in the past. That's in the rearview mirror. We've just got to keep going forward. But the most importantly, if you keep moving forward too fast without honoring the now, you can be blind. You can be blinded by what's happening by the now and just keep those that have, I'm just going to keep moving forward. I'm just going to keep moving forward. Are you processing the now though? Because there's danger if you're not processing the now. All right. There danger. There's danger. Well, there's just you don't want to be blinded by that light too, with your whole focus on this rebirth, that you're not aware of what is totally going on. We chose to be here, right now, and we should be witnessing everything that is happening, and that's what we're doing, is we're witnessing. And it's yeah, it's going to be a range of emotions, but come back to balance. Okay. So our paths, oh, let me see here. So all these energies are here because you are here in this one timeline, right here and now. So our paths haven't been easy. We all know that. It hasn't been easy for any of us, including this beautiful planet, this beautiful biosphere. All right. But we're here right now, bringing in the golden age. You, yes, you, each and every one of you are keys, are the key to the igniting the divine spark for change. Isn't that beautiful? When they told me that, I had goosebumps and was like, oh, that's beautiful. You, each and every one of you, are the key, that golden key, the ignition. We're going to put the key. We're the key. We're going to put in the ignition, and when we turn that, that's the choice of I'm here, right now. And that spark with our divine spark, wow, that's stepping into our power. So feel that within you. Feel it. Feel that within you. So that was the end of, I'm just letting you know, to maybe you could be aware of that this is the end of the messages that came through this morning. And so then here's my feelings on this, and we can share. Absolutely. I love feedback. So notice, they said we're on one timeline. Right here, right now. This is why the now is repeated so much. Don't be misguided by information of multiple timelines in this now. There are multiple timelines, but in different realms and galaxies. All right. But not right here and right now. Because if you believe that it's going to fraction you off, you're going to fracture. It's like fracture lines. You're going to splinter off. It's like, you don't want to be distracted by any detours. We've got to stay focused right here, right now, on this one timeline. All right. This timeline where, guess what? Light wins. Light always wins. Quite honestly, it does. It's the whole circle of life. All right. And a great analogy for the timelines. Not that I'm promoting Disney Plus, Disney Channel, but there was this great series, the Marvel with Loki, the Loki little mini series there. The little thing, Marvel's putting out like these little mini series, but they have like 6 shows. They run for 6 weeks or so, and the Loki one really talked about, they had this one timeline and it fractured and created all this chaos by doing all of this, and how they had to bring it back into one timeline. But it's, and I don't think they ever did bring it back to one. But anyway, it's a great example visually, because they actually we're looking at these computers that show like this one heartbeat timeline, and then every time people did things they weren't supposed to be doing energetically, trying to do time jumping and doing these things they're not supposed to be doing, it fractured and created, and you have too much of them, and then it spins everything, the structure of the one timeline. Okay. So I hope that helps. All right. It it is what you do in the present, in the now, that heals the past and thereby creates the future, the ascension, the golden age. So do you choose suppression of the 3D or the unshackled freedom and sovereignty of 4th D and above? Choose wisely. And I know all of you watching here totally have chosen. You wouldn't be watching this if you chose to not acknowledge anything else other than the 3D. So, yes. Oh, well, hello, Carol Ann. So nice to see you. Let's see, Robin says, I've been having crazy dreams. Also, the dragons are showing themselves more. Yes, right? Yes, I've been having some crazy dreams too. And more dragons. Um, and yes, definitely are making the presence. It's very beautiful. It really, really is. So I want to share with you this really great book. It's a series of books, and I've been reading this and savoring it and going over it, and it just really, really, wow, is all I can say. You know, when we read these books and or this information comes through and it's just wow, yeah, got it. Anyway, so I had to go pull my old dream journals because this is the importance of recording your dreams, and I didn't understand. This was, I think it was 2009. I can't remember the year. It was 2009. There were several dreams where I remember going into Transylvania, into Romania area on a train, but the train was either like on a high bridge, like the high trestle, or it was floating. I don't know. But I wasn't the only person. There was a bunch of people on this train. We were going into Romania to work. Okay. But we're in this building. We went to this one building, and we're being tested for our abilities. Being tested for our abilities. And there's a lot more to it in the journal. There was just, okay, but we could leave. You know, it's not like they were keeping us there against our will. And then but there was, you know, guards all around in this building. You had to have access. It was kind of like hidden. You had to have access. You couldn't go anywhere without a guard walking you around or someone escort or somebody walking you around. And then you go back to the train and you would leave. Now, I had several of these, and I even saw the sign of where they said it was. And I wrote it down. Okay. And I was like, well, I'd like to get some more information on that one day. And so I was going through my old dream journals, and I was like, I'd like to have some confirmation. Okay. One thing leads to another, and you just keep going. And it's like, oh, well, we're all going to get lots of confirmation on things now. Also, too, as the veil is thinning or as we are ascending, things are what has been suppressed from us, you know, our remembering, that amnesia is going away little by little by little. It has to be done little by little by little. If it was like all at once, we would be like, what the heck? You know, you wake up and it's like you remember everything and you're like, oh yeah, right, wow. So that's they don't want to overwhelm us either. So it's a little like drip, little bit. So there's a series of books that were written by a Romanian author, Radu Cinemar. This was all in Romania, written in Romania language. And so Peter Moon came in 2003 because Radu had, I think, contacted him about doing this series, and so or he wanted to do this, and it was just really really beautiful. I'm not going to explain the whole book to you. There's also tied in another thing that I always knew, that there was two Sphinx, and that they were connected to each other somehow. They had tunnels leading to each other. I had no idea. Did you know there is one in Transylvania? Another Sphinx in Romania. So Transylvania sunrise, and this is actually the Sphinx, the other one. I know you may not, it's, very rough, but that's what this is. This is a great book, Transylvania Sunrise. Raju Sinamar with Peter Moon. There you go. That's clear. You got it. Transylvania Sunrise. This is book one out of, I think it's a 7-book series. So I'm savoring this, but let me tell you, they found this tunnel system and everything in 2003. Romania wanted to release it to the world, that they found this Sphinx, and it is a tunnel too that leads. There's this area that leads to Egypt, to Inner Earth, and Tibet. In Tibet. Wow. Now, I have a lot of monks that I talk to, and they, I've known about the Tibetan tunnel, and they're I've had conversation with them about the Tibetan tunnel, and it is totally, a lot of this though is energetically protected, but what's interesting is that in 2003, and it talks about this big group of people who want to control the whole world, and what their plans were for our future. So going back and reading something that this was in 2003, what their 20-year plan was, and we're here, and it's like, holy crap. So this is not conspiracy theory. This is, you go read this, Transylvania Sunrise. I think everyone should read it, at least this first one. If you want to continue on with the journey, you can. With the rest of them, you can get this, of course, anywhere, Amazon, any bookseller. I got all these new. They weren't used, so they were that was Amazon. They're still in print, is what I'm saying. All right. Wendy, did you post this today? I've seen this recently. Did I post what today? About what? What did I post, Wendy? What did you see? Tell me. All right. So, yep. So it's really good. You will not be able to put it down. I'm telling you, and your jaw will drop, and you'll go like, oh yeah. I think you and I may have had conversations privately about this. Okay. And if you watch Dr. Michael Salya, Salla, Dr. Michael Salya's YouTube channel, I've been watching a lot of his exopolitics. And one of his, I signed up for this. He does occasional specials like webinars and presentations, and he just had one yesterday. I just didn't have the time to sit in that one. But the one prior to that, he talked about this whole 7-book series. And I was just like, ooh, this is like, I was drawn. I got to read this. So everything falls into place. And this is the information does come to you. You ask for it. The questions that you have are answered. Let me say that. And so it's really, really good. I'm not going to say certain names here because I don't want YouTube to to, keywords, tricky phrases, but we all know, talk about, if I say New World Order, you'll know who I'm talking about, who's involved with that, these cult organizations, and that's all I'm going to say. Moving on. So, yeah. It's, wow. A lot of us, though, have caught on, and we know. And also many of us, if we keep coming back and we're just like, this ends. We're done. We're done. This is it. No more. So I just shared this today, but I do believe, I wonder, Wendy, if you and I have had conversations we've had on the side about similar things like this. Maybe I mentioned it to you. I'm not sure. Anyway, that's recently. Anyone else who was talking about this? Maybe some of those. I think there was another show, and I can't remember whose it was, that they were talking about, because all this ties into the secret space programs too. And so you listen to some of those things that they may mention it. Okay. So anyway, it's a great book. It's a great reference material. It's not fiction. All right. Now, with that said, I need some more water. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's very possible. I know, Wendy, I do too. We get we see so much stuff and read so many things, and it's like, okay, where did I see this from? But I do happen to remember about where I got it from, because it was so profound for me, and I'm writing them all down. It's kind of like, because he goes by and he shows the cover of each book and just a little synopsis of each one, and I'm like, oh, writing them all down. So, school time. I like to learn. Let's see. Robin, I had dreamed everything that is going on back in the 80s and early 90s. Yes, Robin, many of us have. We've gotten a lot of hits. Peter Moon also did. You want to go down another rabbit hole? The Montauk Project. He was one of many. There was a lot of people involved with that, and I'm not from up here in the north, but yeah, the Montauk Project. So that's pretty good too. But I mean, that's shut down now, but that's something. These things that you don't hear about in school, of course. Anyway, I'm not even going there. I'm not going there. So everything's coming back. Everything's going to come back to us. We'll learn our true history. Our true history. Not the made up stuff. We all know this. He who wins the war rewrites the history. He or those that win the war rewrites history. And it's been done time and time again to us, right? Wendy, it's funny. I had train station dreams in 2010 and again in 2015. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's like Victorian train station. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. It was that's the train was like the really nice. Maybe there was a Victorian train. The one that the dream with Romania was wooden, but it was nice wood. It was brass detail. I mean, curtains. It was very, very nice. It was not a cheap, I don't want to say, like a hobo train. No, it was not like a cargo train or anything like that. It was a very nice train. So, yeah, that's interesting too, Wendy. Yeah, Victorian train stations. So thanks for sharing that. That's pretty cool. So this is important too, why you want to keep a dream journal, so that it didn't make sense at that time. I did some research on it then, and I'm glad I did research on it then, because now when I went to go duplicate the trail, and I wrote everything down and even printed out what I had. This is the research I would do on my dreams. Print stuff out. Yeah, go to find it now, and it's buried. It's not there. Why? Why isn't it there? Is it that important that it can't show up anymore? And I'm like, so wow, at least I'm glad I have that information. Because if you didn't, you would think, maybe my mind was just playing tricks on me, or maybe, whatever, I can't remember it all. We'll just let it go. It wasn't meant for us to let it go. It was meant for us to write it down, to document it, to savor it, to go back to it, right? So, Robin, I've also noticed more people are actually losing their mind like dementia. A lot of us are remembering things. Yes, yeah, right. Do you think some people are not meant to remember? It's a choice, Robin. Some people don't want to. Because they're in their, it'll take them out of their comfort zone. And they're comfortable with the way life is. And the fear of change, the selective memory. Remember, it's always a choice. And let me take a moment here, and all of you watching on YouTube, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, on Rumble, a plus. I appreciate all of you um, for watching, whether it's live or in the replays, and it really helps so much when you um, give a thumbs up on YouTube, give a plus on Rumble, and you share the shows. If this is relevant, if you think somebody would enjoy this information, please share it with them. And I'm really grateful, not just with this, but for any of the Goldylocks production shows. Thank you so much. We appreciate each and every one of you. And so, yeah. Remember, we have free will. That's very powerful, what we have free will. So you can't blame someone else when it's your choice. Interesting, right? Interesting. No blame games. This is why it's very important for us. We're holding these energies. Keep your vibration high. Be the witness. We're witnessing. This is what's happening now. We are noting the history of the now, or the history of what's happening now, and that's going to go and be what we share with everyone. What's going to go forth in the golden age? What's being recorded? Thank you. It's being recorded and stored so that going forward, the children will go to this information library. They'll have access to this information of this is what really happened, to make sure that they never choose separation, or that this will never happen again. And we're part of this. That's amazing. Pat yourself on the back. Okay? Pat yourself on the back. So thank you so much for the show. Oh, thank you, Maureen. Thank you. And one more thing, too, I would like to share, if you haven't already, is now, Maureen, I know that the link is I'm just going to stick it over here anyway. But I know that you probably already know. I'll stick it in Rumble as well. But check out the Goldylocks production shop. Tomorrow only, there is a sale, 22% off. There's a lot of designs on here. So go through and make sure you select like all the designs so you can see all the designs. So I've been trying to put up I try to at least once or twice a month go in there and put a couple new designs. And if y'all have any design ideas, shoot them my way. I would appreciate that. So this is the 4th of July, one-day sale, 22% off for my shop, for the Goldylocks production shop. And then also too, Melissa has the same type of shop by the same people, Spreadshirt. All right, so the sale is going to be for Melissa's shop as well. Melissa has different merchandise there as well. I think some of her artwork, her creations. So there you go. Just put both of them. Go check out our shops. Tomorrow, only one day, 22% off. That's good. I think the most I've ever seen for these sales is 25% off. So 22, we'll take it. And this is when I think I think it was in our VIP shows. Those are VIPs. You get a special show twice a month called The Spiritual View with the show hosts. And I do believe in one of the shows, I'm trying to wear more of the shirts that I've been buying to show, hey, this is the merchandise. This is what it looks like. And so if I can remember to wear it, to wear them. But it's, no, I do. I like them. So it's just like some of the shirts and what they look like. I forgot to bring a mug. I got a little camping mug. It's so cute. It's like the metal cup, the stainless steel cup. I think it's stainless steel. And so I got one of those. I just need to remember to bring some of the things and put it beside me. So showtime, I can hold them up and show you. I don't have to just wear them. I can show you some more of some of the products. So anyway, and I will be doing that, moving forward. Anyway, next week, I'll be back on here live next week now. I'm going to do a show dedicated to Tesla because next week is his birthday. Next Sunday. So how excited I was that, oh my gosh, I have a show on his birthday. Well, I'm going to have to give kudos and we'll have some great conversations. And for honoring such a wonderful man who brought so much to us, humanity as a whole, and was snuffed out and tried to get silenced. Anyway, he did not live. His life was not in vain, and was going to honor, him and everyone makes a difference. We are not here to be forgotten. Everyone makes a difference. And those that make a huge, beautiful, bright difference have been shoved in the dark closet. Heck, no, that's not your history. Well, guess what? It is. And like I'm saying, everything's coming to the surface. Stay balanced. Stay centered. Balance yourself. Balancing beam. All right. So make sure we're staying balanced. And I appreciate each and every one of you and love you so much. And thank you for sitting in this sacred circle with me this evening. And just be sure to tune in next week. And of course, watch the shows. Now, there's no show tomorrow night for Sarah because that is the 4th of July here in the United States. But again, I ask you to stretch, expand that to global peace. Be happy with your 4th of July celebrations. Absolutely embrace the independence. And let's expand this independence globally. All right? So much love and light to each and every one of you. Remember to shine brightly. Don't let anyone ever try to snuff out your light. All right? Until next week. Have a wonderful, powerful week.
Become a Goldylocks Productions VIP patron.
Receive exclusive access to live stream special and
Other epic perks.
join the Goldylocks Productions VIP community today.